In addition to the awful situation in Indianapolis, yesterday in Chicago, there was a video released of really, there isn't a proper word, but chilling video of the police shooting death of Adam Toledo. There's tensions are running high in Brooklyn Center. The George Floyd trial is still going on. I was wondering, does the president regret, prioritizing infrastructure at this point when this racial equality and the adjacent issue of gun reform sort of fit in those four buckets that you guys talked about right from the beginning? Is there any regrets on the prioritization?
Well, first I would say the president believes that we leaders can do more than one thing at one time. And yes, we've proposed an American Jobs Plan, something that will put millions of people back to work, that will make historic investments in our economy, put us on a path to sustainability and competing with China over the long term. At the same time, as I just reiterated at the beginning, the president has used the power of his office to put in place, take executive actions, pull his own levers to ensure that we are doing more to address gun violence. At the same time, he's also working with Congress to move forward on the George Floyd Act. He also believes that can put in place long overdue reforms that are necessary. But it also will require Congress moving forward. And sometimes that is a process. It can be unsatisfying. It can take longer than we all think it should. But in order to get enough members together to support police reforms, we feel that the George Floyd Act is the right step forward. So I would dispute the notion. I would say that in this building, the legislative team, senior members of the White House staff, we are working on multiple fronts at the same time, even as we have introduced a major piece of legislation.
Point taken. And on the George Floyd Act, can you offer any details on how exactly, who's making the calls, what's being done from the White House end, from the president and vice president on down to lobby Congress and make it happen?
Well, it's going to require Congress and leaders in Congress to move that forward. And the president is eager to sign the George Floyd Act into law, eager to sign a police reform bill into law, thinks those reforms are long overdue. There are conversations happening on Capitol Hill that I will allow them to brief you on. There are leaders who have been outspoken, whether it's Senator Cory Booker, Senator Tim Scott, others in the House who are engaged in discussions about what the path could look like moving forward. We certainly understand and know that the initial bill that was passed, there could be changes. That's democracy in action. That's how legislating happens. And again, the president's eager to sign that bill. We will continue to have senior officials engage with members of Congress on it. Okay.